The honeymoon phase over. Is the honeymoon phase over for Huda and Jeremiah? Hi, guys. Welcome back to Love Island USA Season 7, Episode 10 Recap and Review. So, the bombshells have shaken things up around the villa, and it does look like we're headed for the end of Jeremiah and Huda. Let's talk about it. So, two things have been happening with Jeremiah and Huda over the last couple episodes. They have been getting closer at night. They love to show what's going on in the bed at night, and there's definitely been some things going on under the covers between Jeremiah and Huda. We don't know exactly how far they went, but they have definitely been doing some stuff under the covers. But the other thing is they are arguing a whole lot more these last couple of days. I'm thinking that Huda is starting to feel like she's not being appreciated by Jeremiah. As you saw, she talked about the other little cute things that the guys are doing for the girls, and he's not doing that for her outside of making breakfast. But she wants those other little cutesy things like the other girls are getting. So they actually had two arguments this episode, and you see he keeps throwing in there that she's a mom. The second argument they had was after breakfast. He did try to make some pancakes. She said she had to throw them away because they were undercooked. Then she told him he needed to eat all of his food. He said, "Okay, mom." So he keeps throwing that. He keeps taking those little jabs at her being a mother. Now, the new girl Iris did pull her from a chat. That really didn't go anywhere. And did anybody else notice that we did not see Huda and Jeremiah at the end when they were playing out the nighttime scenes after dinner? Now, we had the vote tonight for who we wanted each of the bombshells to pair up with. I checked Twitter and almost everybody voted for Jeremiah for Iris to pick Jeremiah. So we'll see how that play out, because if they're still together and she gets paired with him by America's vote, she's going to crash out. It's going to be just like Mackenzie in season 2. So speaking of Iris, she also pulls Ace for a chat, and they have a good conversation. Ace is charming and flirty in the beginning. Now he feels like he has a connection with Iris that he wants to explore. So he's been putting all of this time into trying to woo Shelly, but now he's feeling like he has something with Iris. And they kept flashing back to Shelly's face, seeing them sit together. So you can see that she's clocking it, although, Shelly remains calm, cool, and collected. They actually did show that she cuddled with Austin in the bed last night. So I don't know where these two are. I don't know what to think of Ace because of the way he flipped on Amaya once he got her. Will he do the same thing with Iris, or is this genuine? Drop down in the comments and let me know your thoughts. But for right now, he did tell Taylor that he had a really great conversation with Iris. He wants to pursue that, but to keep it on the low. He doesn't want to get back to Shelly. So I think we have an even number of boys and girls right now. So we thought that someone would be going home soon, but maybe not. Maybe they'll just have the bombshells actually pick who they want to be with, and they'll leave the numbers the same for a couple more days. So I guess we'll have to see how this all plays out. Now, our other bombshell is Jaylen, who seems to only be interested in Olandria right now. Or if he did have chats with other people, they definitely did not show it. Olandria does seem to be interested because she likes country boys. He's from Georgia, a small town in Georgia, says there's only 1,000 people, and he drives 18-wheelers. He also is a little bit more forthcoming in letting it be known that he's attracted to her. Now, Taylor has been trying to do little cute things for her the past couple of days. Like we saw the salsa dancing class, and he had a meditation class for her this morning. But it does seem performative. It does not really seem like there's a spark between Olandria and Taylor. I would like for her to give Jaylen a shot if he turns out to be, who he says he is. Now, one interesting tidbit, Belle-A is out of the villa and she's doing a lot of interviews, and they've been asking her about if she was interested in anybody else in the villa, and she actually said that she was actually interested in Taylor, but he reminded her too much of her ex-boyfriend. And then after Taylor and Olandria were together, she was friends with Olandria, she didn't feel right exploring that connection. But she said on the outside, Taylor is someone that she would go for. She said he's actually a lot funnier than what they're showing on TV. And if she had the chance in the village, she wished she would have explored that connection with Taylor. I was like, I could kind of see that, but that's very interesting. But yeah, I just don't think it's there for Orlandria and Taylor. And last but not least of the new bombshells, we have Pepe, who has definitely been making his rounds with all of the ladies, but he landed on Hannah. He did pull Sierra and Amaya for chats. I thought he had a good chat with Sierra. I was really rooting for Amaya to have a little connection with him because I feel like Ace did her so dirty. I just want her to find somebody, but they didn't really have much of a connection. He didn't even pull her for a second chat. He pulled Hannah for a couple of chats. One, she was actually in the kitchen cooking with George, and he said, "You're gonna have to get out of here because I want to spend some time with her." And George was like, "No, y'all can go somewhere else. I'm making guacamole." So of course George is starting to crash out. Shelly's trying to talk him down because he knows something's going on between the two of them. And he would be right. They went to the speakeasy, they talked, flirted, and laughed a little bit. Then they had a few kisses. Then she straddled him and kissed him. So I do believe, unless America picks, because I didn't see anybody really put Hannah when they were sharing their votes for who they picked for him. I think a lot of people actually picked Amaya for him. But if America picks, he'll probably go with Amaya. If he gets to pick, he'll probably go with Hannah. So we're just gonna have to wait to Sunday to see how that plays out. So those were the highlights for tonight. No new show tomorrow night. There will be Aftersun. Ayel, who was coupled up with Celly on Love Island Games, will host. Celly will be there, so I'll be interested to see how they interact. Because we never found out what happened with them after the show, why they broke up. Janae and Serena will be there to promote Beyond the Villa. Bella will be there to answer questions. And of course, Ariana will be there. Thanks for watching. Please like the video, share, and subscribe. And I will catch you on the next one.